I don't post on TikTok a whole lot, but I do when I have videos that I deem appropriate for TikTok, I'll post it. I don't really expect a whole lot from those videos, but I post it just to make sure I can keep the platform engaged on multiple different platforms. But I kind of post on TikTok and I just kind of like leave it, right? And so I'll come back maybe the next day, read comments, reply to some comments, but I don't really put a whole lot of stock into TikTok because I understand the platform is for people looking for, short videos, and that's cool, right? So I post on TikTok just to kind of keep it going, right? And it's a lot of engagement on TikTok. I have a lot of people that work for UPS and don't work for UPS that post on TikTok. And so having that engagement with those people, is cool, but you guys know I'm on YouTube. I enjoy YouTube. YouTube is my number one priority. And so, you know, just, some videos I post on YouTube, not always, I don't always post those same videos on TikTok and vice versa. Like a lot of the videos that I post on TikTok, I may or may not post them on YouTube, but it's not a guarantee that I'm gonna post them on both platforms just because depending on what kind of video it is. And I've been doing it long enough to understand that your TikTok audience is not your YouTube audience, right? And so what I do is I strategically just make a decision like, okay, well, yeah, I'll put this video on both, or I know I'll put this video on TikTok only, or I'll put this video on YouTube because the same video posted on both platforms, YouTube Shorts and TikTok short form, a lot of times they get different reactions, right? I might have a video on TikTok that gets like 10,000 views, and that same video on YouTube might get like 1,100 views or less, right? And vice versa. I have videos on TikTok or I have videos on YouTube that get, 8,000 views and they got 2,000 on TikTok. So, it's different platforms. It's for different people, and I get it. But you see the thumbnail, like I said, that's my screenshot. I was able to do a screenshot of my profile on TikTok, and that's what I use as my thumbnail. But we're gonna talk today about TikTok, the ban, the non-ban. It came back, but what are the future implications on the ban? Is it over? Right? What's going on? Who's pulling strings? Okay, it's a tug of war. Who's winning? Right? Is it a tie? We'll talk about all of that, right? So, is it banned or not? Y'all let me know. Is it banned or not? And like I said, when you come in, please hit the like button and send us a wave. Let us know you're here. All right. But my question to you guys is it banned or not? Because last night, I think, I didn't get a message, but my wife got a message. My daughter got a message say, hey, look, we're sorry that the United States is banning our platform. We'll apologize. Hopefully we'll be back. You guys, y'all seen that message. If y'all on TikTok, y'all seen that message. I didn't see it because I didn't check my TikTok last night. But they got that message. It was a slight panic, like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Look what they sent me. And I look and I'm like, oh, okay. Well, there were talks weeks ago that, it wouldn't be banned. It would just be like if you didn't have the app on your phone already, or if you needed to have an update, updates won't be available. If you didn't have the app wouldn't be able to be downloaded from the App Store. And so that was a talk weeks ago, months ago even. So I would tell people like, look, from what I'm hearing, you can still use the app, right? You just can't download it or download an update for it. Say you get a new phone and you got to re-download the app, you won't be able to do that. So that was the talk, and that was a talking point over the last month or so, right? That you still be able to access. So long as you have it on your phone already, you can access TikTok. But last night, people started getting those messages like, look, we sorry, but the United States government won't let us, and there was panic. I didn't get on TikTok last night. I didn't get on till this morning, but when I got on it this morning, I wasn't able to do anything. And then I seen a whole bunch of, the story messages. You can leave a message on your story or whatever, and people see it in a little speech balloon. Everybody's saying, well, it's been fun. Catch me on red note. What's that other one? What was that other one they talking about? I don't know, some other one. So people run into these other platforms, and I do believe Red Note, and correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, I do believe Red Note is also a Chinese company, but it's sort of the same. It sort of has the same concept as TikTok. And don't look at this live as me hating on TikTok, because I don't hate TikTok. I just understand the business. I don't necessarily agree with them using our information, but a lot of companies do that already. So, but I do understand the war with the United States and China. I do understand that. So to me, that blares out to me as far as like, I understand why Congress want to ban it, right? And we have a lot of issues in the United States, but I love my country, but we have a lot of issues here, and remaining to be a superpower in the world, it should be a priority. So like, I get it, I get the play. So social media impact, right? Let's talk about that. And like I say, guys, when you come in here, can you please hit the like button and share the stream if you can? And hey, give us a wave. Let us know you're here. All right. Social media impact, right? I remember Vine. I never really was on Vine like years ago. I remember Vine was a thing where it was like short videos, maybe like what Vine was like 6 seconds or less. Like, I remember Vine, I never was on it, but I remember, seeing a little short videos and this and that. So Vine went away. I guess people got tired of it, right? And so it didn't get better. So it went away. And then so, of course, years later, here comes TikTok, and it's initially it was started for like kids, right? Like kids making short videos, like, oh yeah, look at that. More or less younger teenagers, maybe mid teenagers, and then it started taking over. Like, you get more adults on TikTok. You got people selling on TikTok with TikTok Shop, which, I'm not against, but it started with the kids making short videos, and it's all cute and fun, dancing mainly, right? So then it ventured over to like different age groups and adults and people selling online on TikTok Shop. And now, before you know it, everybody's on TikTok. Not everybody, but you know what I mean when I say everybody. But that's how it started. And so the social media impact, you have the different good things and you have the different bad things. So the good, right? People selling stuff. You can get, you get products for a certain price. I know people that print shirts up or do like, sell blankets and stuff like that on TikTok Live, and they make money doing that. And then you also have, people that's getting endorsements and all of that stuff, making money, which I'm not mad at none of that stuff, right? And then you get these challenges, right? These teenagers, these young adults doing these challenges, like, like some of this stuff is dangerous, guys, right? Over the years, you'll see the challenges like, such and such happened to this person because they tried to do a TikTok challenge. How many of you guys remember that crate challenge? Remember that crate challenge where people stack the milk crates up, and then, dudes or women trying to climb the crates and end up falling and breaking their elbows and stuff like that. So, you have your positive and negative, but the social media impact of TikTok, whether it's gone or not, is vast, right? We can't deny that. It's definitely one of those things where you go to Google and you type in T.I., right? The rapper T.I. is not going to come up. It's going to say TikTok, right? It's going to help you. You looking for TikTok? And of course, Google is obviously an American company, but they understand how much of a social media impact TikTok has, right? Cassandra, thanks for modding for us. But yes, people were risking their lives for the crate challenge. That crate challenge. And speaking of that crate challenge, it's not funny, but you look at some of the stuff, you're like, whoa, they really gonna try to do that? because I gotta go to work tomorrow, right? These people, I'm sure they gotta go to work tomorrow too, or maybe they're on vacation. You gotta go to work next week, but like people would be risking their lives doing these crate challenges, and so that's the downside of something like that, because you see one person do it, oh, you see 10 people do it, you see 10,000 people do it, so you feel like you have to do it, and that's just the way society is. I get it, but we talked about the pros, the social media impact with TikTok, and we talked about the cons, and definitely the cons, like the TikTok challenges, some of those go wrong. Like some of those go wrong, and I feel for a lot of those people.
Break that meaning.